All right, we are live. The Google Mastery Challenge is on. Happy Friday, everybody. We are about to get started. Let me bring on everybody in Zoom. Here we go. Thanks for joining, everybody. Google Mastery Challenge, Google Reviews, Google Ads, taking it to the next level with your Google business page. Let's get started here.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome, Carol, Cheryl, Cindy, Conrad, Deirdre. If you can hear me okay, let me know in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from, what brokerage you're with. I know we got a lot of people that were here last Friday. Today is going to be next level. I checked out the results. There's a lot of people taking action, a lot of people getting reviews. We're going to review last week. We're going to talk about what to do this week to get you placed on the top of Google. I see a lot of movement happening for a lot of you. I see some of you not taking action yet, but hopefully after today you will. Welcome, Laurel. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Doug. Welcome, Jennifer. Yes, Tim is in the house. Tim is taking action. Tim, how many reviews? Tell everybody. Let them know how many reviews. Tim went from 0 reviews to how many reviews, Tim? Tim is rocking it. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome, Moselle. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat, first time. If you've been here before, say raving fan. You've obviously coming back for more. So let me know, are you a raving fan or a first timer? Tim is up to 109 reviews on Google, and Tim started at 0. 0 reviews. Now he's up to 109 reviews. He's taking action. He's taking the coaching. He's coachable, and he's winning it on Google. We got lots of raving fans. We got some first timers. I love it. Love to see the first timers joining the group. Everybody welcome the first timers to the community. This is the Friday Masterclass. This is part of a series called Google Mastery Challenge, where we are trying to place ourselves on the top of Google, trying to get at the highest level on our Google business pages. Cindy's going, what coaching? We're coaching you on how to grow your Google business page, how to get more Google reviews, how to take it to the next level. Awesome. Jacqueline went from 18 to 36 reviews since last week. I love that. Deb went from 8 to 23 reviews since last week on Google. And I was at 158 reviews. Freaking awesome. Love that. Let's see who else is in here. Chris says I had 0 reviews. Now I have 19 reviews in 48 hours. Wow, Chris, that's 2 days, 19 reviews. That's powerful right there. Awesome. You will have access to the replay. So if you're a first timer and you want to know what happened last week that everybody's getting all these reviews, how come they're getting all this action? I want a piece of the action. We're going to give you access to the replay, not to worry. And today we're also going to do a slight review of last week. And we're going to give you some new things to implement. And we're going to start talking about how to really get those leads on Google. This is part of like a 3-part series. We had it last week, Google Reviews. Well, actually 2 weeks ago, we talked about Google business pages. Last week, we talked about Google Reviews. This week, we're going to talk about a little more Google Reviews, but we're going to start to get into what Google business ads are. What are Google business ads? How do we show up on the Google 3-pack? And then next week, we're going to show you really how to execute on all of this and put it together in a masterful plan, right? So this is really going to bring it all together for you in the next 2 weeks, really. But Mario, welcome to the call. We got a lot of people on the call that are claiming, they're stating, hey, I got 9 reviews since last week. I got somebody got like 14 reviews in 48 hours. Tim got over 50 reviews since he started the challenge. Pretty wild.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Alex, I'm so happy to be here. Hello, everybody. I better see those numbers rise up. We had over 600 people register. That means some people, they realize this is some serious business going on. This is very new. You're not seeing this in the news. This is still not showing up in all the radars, because you know how that happens, right? Once everyone finds out, then it becomes a lot harder, a lot more competitive. Now it becomes a big climb up. Right now, we're the early starters, we're the early adopters, we're the smart ones. I like what somebody said there. Somebody said, I want a piece of the action. That's why I'm here. Well, let me tell you something, my friend. To get a piece of the action, you got to put in the work. So if you guys are here, I'm assuming you want to put in the work. And one more thing, Alex, I wanted to say that some folks are saying, I understand, I love what you're saying, I believe what you're saying, but I need help.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you think, what do you think? But if we have them use the form so that they can actually start saying, I need professional help. Like I know there's a space that I cannot handle this stuff. And before I try to mess things up, let me get some professional help.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about that as well. So a couple of things are going to happen today. First of all, welcome to the call. A lot of people said they're first timers. If you're a first timer and you didn't comment yet, put first timer in the chat. If you're a raving fan, you come back every week or whenever you can, put raving fan in the chat if you haven't already. We love to know who our raving fans are. And what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks is really building a foundation for understanding how Google works. And Google has Google business pages. Google has Google AdWords. Google has Google local service ads. They keep changing stuff. Of course, they like to keep you on your toes. The algorithms are changing all the time. We always hear that. But there's some stuff that is really clear. And one thing that is super clear is that you win when you have lots of Google reviews. That just places you higher on the search engines. It builds credibility. It helps you win deals. So we've been training agents over the past couple of weeks on different ways to ask reviews. And really, we've been trying to motivate you, inspire you to take action so that you can grow your Google reviews. And agents are doing it. Like Tim went from 0 to 109 reviews. I got Monica Code on here. She went from 0 to like 80 reviews. I have Anna Benavides. She's over 150 reviews. So first of all, if you're having trouble getting reviews, you're having trouble getting Google Business verified, you're having support issues, this call is not about support, but I do want to provide you access to a form that Mario can provide you. And if you need to contact us to get some escalated support or see what's going on with your Google business, there's an easy way to do it. Mario's going to provide the form in the chat. So if you got a support issue, a Google business issue, you like something's amiss and this isn't clicking for you, fill in the form because my team worked literally all weekend last weekend. Mario, Caitlin, Ian, and they went through that form and they tried to contact every single person on there. And I know they put a lot of work into that. So Mario,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alex.
I was going to say, if you want to drop the form in the chat for anybody that needs it.
Yep. I'm in the process of grabbing that. Make sure in the form you take the time and you're very thorough with your request. If you're not a customer, please specify, not a customer, I need help with my Google business page. Not a customer, I need help with my Facebook. Not a customer, I don't even know where to get started. Or if you are a customer, say, I'm a customer. I've been a customer for 2 years, 5 years. I need help with my Google. Make sure you're very, very specific and thorough. That way we can quickly direct you in the right direction and get you support. In many cases, you're going to get an email, you're going to get a text, or you're going to get a phone call. But last week, we had a lot of people that requested support and they all got answered. So we're being very efficient about that. But make sure you're very specific. That way we can get you the right help right away. And do not despair because believe me, any problems you're having, we've seen it before. So we can handle that.
Awesome. So Mario, in the Q&A, you got a couple people, Robert and Nazi, and then you're going to put the link in the chat for everybody else. And let's get into it, everybody. So Mario will put that in there. Fill that in if you need support in any way. I want to get into the training because I only have 50 minutes now with all of you, and I want to cover as much as possible. So with that being said, let me share my screen, get some of you introduced to what we do here, get some of you refreshed on what we covered last week. And let me bring that up right here. Share screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yep. Yes.
Awesome. All right, so welcome to the masterclass. This is a class we do every Fridays from 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is being streamed live on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our LinkedIn. So those of you live, you can also comment in the chat on your social medias. And all the replays, everybody, live on the YouTube channel, which I'm going to show you in a second, and I'll show you how easy it is to access that. So if you missed last week and you want to get caught up, I'm going to show you how to access the replay. If you missed the one from 2 weeks ago, that's available too. If you missed all the ones we've been doing every Friday for the past, several months, they're all on the YouTube channel as well. So you have a lot of access to training and support here. And that's whether you're a client or you're not a client, you still get access to the training. Okay? So my name's Alex Montalenti. Let me give you a little background. I'm a CEO, I'm a national speaker, international speaker. We made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies. We work with all the major brands pretty much that exist in the real estate industry. I speak on stages for National Association of Realtors. I just did 3 webinars this month with National Association of Realtors, which was crazy. Yesterday was a huge one. And we're going to be at Washington, D.C. We're going to have a big booth right in the front. You can come and visit us. We'll be doing live education at the booth. Anybody going to be at Washington, D.C. legislative meetings? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to connect with you and interview you at the event. We're going to have some videographers there. So let us know in the chat if you're going to be there. This is me speaking at the RE/MAX event down in Argentina. I'm a digital marketing expert. I've been around since Google was born, and my mom was a realtor. So I've really been through 25 years of having real estate in my family. My mom was a realtor. She came from Romania in 1968. She started with nothing, literally started over in a factory, got her real estate license, started doing really well in real estate, rentals, residential. And then when the internet happened and Google happened, she was freaking out because she didn't know computers. She didn't know how to enter a listing in the MLS. She was used to carrying around the book. Anybody remember the Book of Listings? If you were around pre-2000, you know what I'm talking about. It was a book that got published every week that had all the properties in it. For those of you post-2000, you're like, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Real estate used to be sold with a book. That's how you got access to the properties. So my mom did that, and now suddenly she had to do digital. She didn't like digital. She didn't want to be a Facebook techie or computer person. So she made me her digital marketing assistant, which in turn made me a digital marketing expert after 25 years of working in the real estate industry and understanding how Google works. So we've won awards, $10 million in digital marketing funnels. And that's something I'm going to talk about next week too, is like you all need to start thinking about having your own funnel. A digital marketing funnel, imagine I did $10 million in revenue from one funnel. That's basically a website, but a better version of a website, a simpler version of a website. I'll get into that later, but I just want to drop that seed for all of you because that's how our company grew, is through funnels. Now, I have an influencer community. How many of you are influencers on this call? If you're an influencer, you're part of the influencer community, put influencer in the chat. Love to hear from you there. And I've got a podcast you can listen to. It's called Top Real Estate Influencers Podcast. We've Googled Elena Cardone, the #1 RE/MAX team in the world, etc. So there's a lot of content on there for all of you. And let me just fast forward to this. This is our YouTube channel. It's called YouTube/RealGrader. And I just want to show it to you because a lot of you contact us and you say, hey, can I get the replay? Right, Mario? I mean, how many people request the replay from you on a given week?
Every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. So
yeah.
All the replays are on our YouTube channel, right? So we just broke 1,000 subscribers on there. We just launched this thing. Pretty cool. And we have 493 videos on here. And if you just click on videos, you can see Google Mastery Challenge, how to get more Google reviews. All the trainings are here. In fact, watch this. This is crazy. Right now, we are live on my YouTube channel, this whole thing. So instantly, you have access to the replay. So how do you get it? I'm going to show you in a second how to subscribe and get access. We also have these amazing guidebooks. They're on our website, realgraderuniversity.com. You can go to realgraderuniversity.com. You can download the guidebooks. And finally, over here, this is our real estate team, our RealGrader team. This is part of it. It's grown. Now we have 24 people on the team. We're all here serving the real estate industry, trying to help you out with your digital presence. We've helped over 100,000 agents. So first thing I invite all of you to do, if you have not done this yet, you're brand new to the program, text the word training to 516-400-4161. That's going to put you on the list to get invited every Friday. Number one. Number two, it's going to send you the link to our YouTube channel so you have access for all the recordings instantly. And once you subscribe to the channel, you'll automatically get notified when there's a new video, and a new video gets released every week. Pretty simple, right? How many people have subscribed to the channel? Let me know. Let's see here. I'm just going to check out the chat. Yeah, a bunch of influencers on the call. A bunch of people subscribe to the channel. Super easy. Once you text the word training to this phone number, it'll send you a link. Add yourself to the community, put in your information, and boom, you're going to receive the link to the YouTube channel. Super easy, okay? I love it. Julia says, I'm an influencer here every Friday, fanatic. Just need to work on my Google reviews. I'm a subscriber too. Thank you so much. We got a bunch of influencers on the call. I love seeing that. I love Fred. Fred, thank you so much. Fred goes, just so you all know, I've worked with Alex and RealGrader for years. They are the real deal. If you don't use RealGrader, you're missing out. Thank you, Fred. Love those endorsements. All right, so let's move on to the content, everybody. This is all about Google today, and we're going to learn how to get more leads from Google. And what's wild here, Anna, who's on the call, can tell you, she gets a ton of leads from Google. Now, Anna on the call has 150 reviews. She didn't always have 150 reviews. Even when she had less, she was still getting leads on Google, right? We got a lot of agents getting leads on Google. Now, I reviewed the data. Now, Mario, 160 people entered this Google review challenge. Okay, I have the data I'm going to show in a second. Yeah. Out of those people, there were a lot of people that had 0 reviews. Almost everybody had a Google business page, which was great. So they have a way to get the reviews. And there were only maybe 5 agents that had more than 100 reviews. Majority of agents had under 10. Okay. So there's a lot of room for improvement here, everybody. And what I want to share with you is Tim had 0 and he got 50 in the past week. Okay. So Tim, all he did, if you ask Tim, hey, Tim, what did you do to get reviews? He's like, I just asked. He asked a lot, but all he did was ask. A lot of you are not asking. That's the first thing you want to take away from this call, is that you have to ask more often. You got to make it more of your process, because that becomes an asset for your company. When you go get a listing or you go do a listing presentation, they're looking at your reviews. It's an important factor. When you're showing up on the search engines and we type best real estate agent in local town XYZ, if you have a lot of reviews, you show up higher. Okay? So
my mama always said, if you don't ask, you don't get.
If you don't ask, you don't get. Exactly. Millie says, I've asked people to review me on Google. They put in the reviews on Zillow because they weren't sure how to review me on Google. I do come up with a Google business page, but not sure how the clients can give a review. Millie, I'm going to show you today how easy it is and what to use, okay? What's the best platform for requesting reviews? It's definitely Google Business. And you can use your digital card for this, or you can use the Google Share link. And I'm going to show you both of them today. Those are the 2 best ways. Either the Google Share link, or you put it in your digital card, and that's going to make it even easier. Let me pump through this. So this is the schedule. We did a class on May 2nd talking about how to optimize your Google business. The recording is on YouTube. We did a class on May 9th talking about Google reviews. That was last week. A ton of you got a bunch of reviews. Over 200 reviews, Mario, got generated by agents in the last week. Okay. May 23rd, next week, is the most important class. If you're here today, you have to be here next week, because next week we show you how to execute a plan that's going to give you all the leads that you want. and how to position you on the top. That's going to be the execution day, right? Today we're learning the training. Next week, execution. It's going to be gold for you all because I don't want you to just dabble. I really want you to go all in. I want you to be the realtor that everybody in the neighborhood knows about. Does that make sense? If you're dabbling, it's like you got a couple lights up on the house. When you're all in, it's like everybody in the neighborhood knows who you are. Tim's going to be in Switzerland. Well, I think that sounds nice, Tim. Can I come with you? But you will get the replay, Tim, and you got to share some photos. So let's see who got results since last week. If you got reviews since last week, I want you to place the number of new reviews that you got in the chat. And if you got 0 since last week, just be honest and say, I got 0. Right? Check this out, everybody. Look at this. Hector got 9. Hector got 9. Ravati got 5. Dina got 1. Gina got 2. John got 1. Margaret got 9. Steve got 3. Scott got 16. Casey said 4, which is good for me. James said, I dropped the ball. I got 0. All right. I love the honesty. Betsy got 5. Cindy got 12. Geraldine got 4. Amy's got 3. 11, 4, 13, 7, 10. All right. We did something right here, right? Mario, I'm feeling really good. Like we actually made a difference last week with what we shared, that people are getting these kind of results. This is massive. Chris said, I got 19. Yeah, I do. I feel proud right now for sure. And I see Chris got 19 and he's missing 30. So something's up with his Google, right? Chris, we can look into that. I've seen this before where they kind of get stuck and then they get released all of a sudden. It's happened. Not to worry. In fact, we had what, Mario? We had 900 reviews stuck at some point, everybody. Yeah. For like multiple days. And then suddenly it got released and we were like at almost close to 1,000. Diane says, I can't get mine live yet. So 0. Deb got 17. Way to go, Deb. Diane, we got to take a look at that for you. Julia got 3. Tammy got 9. Deirdre got 0. I did ask. All right. Well, it's a numbers game. We got to see what's going on there, Deirdre. How many people did you ask? Awesome. I love all the results in here. This is massive. So I still got to acknowledge Tim. I acknowledged him last week. I got to acknowledge him this week. He's up to 109. I haven't seen anybody get more than that. Has anybody gotten more than 50 reviews since the beginning of the challenge? Anybody? Let's see. Because I think Tim is about to win the 1-hour coaching session with me that I provided to whoever got the most reviews. I said I'd do a one-on-one with you, help you in your business as much as I can, spend time with you, learn how you got those reviews so we can share it with the rest of the community. Tim, I'm going to check the data, but I'm pretty sure you're the winner of that. So congratulations, Tim. If anybody else came close, let me know. I want to know like how you're doing it. But he did get 48 reviews just in 1 week. Okay, pretty massive. Now, lots of agents getting lots of reviews. And yes, the challenge isn't over. I love it. Monica's like, I'm coming in for you, Tim. Let's do it. So let's keep an eye on that. I love that. And I'm happy to award more than one winner. All I care about really is that you all take action and you're getting results. That's the key. That's the key factor here. Now, one thing that I want you all to know, you all just got a bunch of reviews. I like to call this thing, I forget what I call it actually. It's multiple outcomes. I want you to have multiple outcomes from your work. So if you got a bunch of new reviews, here's a couple of outcomes that you can do with the reviews. Number 1, copy the reviews from Google and go to your realtor.com and paste them into the recommendation section. You don't have to have your customers do this. This is like a little hack, okay? You're all getting a hack here. You go into your realtor.com dashboard and you can literally copy all the reviews from Google, one by one, unfortunately, and paste them into realtor.com. And now you've got recommendations on realtor.com. How many people knew that hack? If you knew it, say I knew it. If you didn't know it, say I didn't know that. But this is a good hack. Yeah, Monica knows about this one because she's been on my trainings. A lot of didn't knows, some I knew it. Awesome. If you knew it, you probably knew it, hopefully from me, but it doesn't matter either way, as long as you know it. So that is a key factor, right? So now We talked about where you are. All of you set a goal. If you did not set a goal for yourself on getting new reviews, I'd love you to put your goal in the chat. What that's doing, you're declaring, hey, I'm shooting for something here. Maybe I'm at 0, but my new goal is going to be 25. Maybe I'm at 1 and my new goal is going to be 30. Set a goal for yourself, because now you have your eyes on it. You have your eyes on the prize. And let's face it, I believe in this big time, and Mario does too. The subconscious is going to go to work. Things are just going to start happening, and you're going to start to take action in that direction. Awesome. I love the goals. Anna says my goal is 200 reviews by May 31st. Boom.
There you go.
There you go. That's a declaration right there. Love that. So,
Alex, did you want to? I just want to pause just a little bit. I know we're moving very fast. I love this competitive edge here. But for the folks that did not get the results they were after, the ones that got the zeros, all you got to do is you got to look at what was missing in your process. And you'll notice, if you were to make a recipe for like the best salad, the best lasagna, you're like, okay, I got to have this amount of salt, this amount of cheese, this amount of pasta. And if you look at the entire recipe and you follow it, chances are you'll get a delicious meal, right? You followed it to a T. In your process, when you approach folks and you ask for reviews, if you look at it thoroughly and critically and you're honest with yourself, you'll notice, oh, here what I was missing is I only asked once. If I would have asked 2 times, 3 times, they would have said, oh, of course, sorry, I was busy. Or I didn't give them clear instructions. Or they said, oh, I don't have Google, and I just gave up, instead of saying, well, let's get your Google account. And so you notice in your process, there's always something, could be one thing or more things that you were missing in your process. And that's what kind of like slowed you down or got you on the way, stopped you on your process. So round 2 now, make sure you implement whatever you identified was missing in your process.
And listen, everybody, just be unstoppable, right? Like Julia said, one of my clients couldn't get it to work on his computer. Ever seen that happen? Yeah. You'd be surprised how many things I've seen happen that don't work, right? Like a lot of the times technology doesn't work, but you got to be unstoppable. I try a new browser. I try a new computer. I call Mario. I'm like, Mario, try it on your phone. Hey, Katerina, can you try it on your computer? Things happen, but really it's a numbers game, right? Like if I ask 100 people, maybe I'll get 10. In fact, I'm going to give you a perfect example from yesterday. I had a webinar that had 1,500 people registered. 1,500. And I'm like, oh, if I have 1,500 people registered, at least 500 are going to show up. Turns out only 250 people showed up, right? So it's a numbers game. And out of those 250, X amount of people ended up being clients. But it's like things get smaller over time. But if you have X amount of leads in your database, chances are you're going to do X amount of business. If you got 1,000 leads in your database, you're going to do more business. If you got 10,000 people in your database, you're going to do even more business. So if you ask 50 people, maybe you get 10 reviews. Then, like Mario said, what's broken? Let me ask more people, or let me change how I ask them. So I'm going to review, I'm going to condense it. What I taught last week, just going to condense it and review it for you. And then I'm going to talk about the Google Ads, the Google 3-pack, why this Google review thing is really going to matter for you all. Because right now, I think a lot of you are like, this is great. I'm getting a lot of reviews, but okay, then what? I'm going to show you the then what. Sound good? So if any of you want to enter the challenge, you haven't entered yet, and you're like, I want to play, I know there's only a week left, you can join the challenge next time too. But if you still want to enter the challenge, you can scan this QR code, enter the challenge, be part of the 160 people that joined. By the way, this is the list of the 160 people that joined. There's 166 people entered the challenge. And Mario, check this out. I was looking at the numbers. So Tim here was at the top. Monica Code was over here at 80 reviews. And this is how many new reviews they got, right? Since the week. But you can see like a lot of agents, 9, 7, 13, 15, 28, 31, 35, 100, but then a lot of zeros too, right? So there's a lot of room for improvement. Now back over here. Let's click on this. First thing to know about Google reviews, it's not like Zillow. It doesn't have to be a transaction. It literally can be anybody. That's a big win. For you brand new agents, that's a big win. For you experienced agent, that's a big win because anybody can give you a review. Now, you do want to prioritize Google over Zillow. And no, you cannot copy your Zillow reviews over to Google. I wish, not possible. Google will not let you copy reviews from anywhere into their platform. They're very careful, and they're becoming more careful, which is why some people aren't seeing their reviews get posted, because Google might think it's spam. They're wrong a lot of the time, but that's what's happening. First thing you want to do is tap your sphere. Okay? Who do you ask? Here's a list of people you can ask, just to open your brain to all these different people you can ask. Past clients, people you have helped, just helping them. Friends, Facebook friends, colleagues, your broker, other agents on this call. Just last week, there were agents that got 5 reviews from each other on this call. Mortgage brokers, title agents, insurance brokers, lawyers, partners, vendors, contractors, right? Your kid has a birthday party and you want to give a review to the clown who came to do the birthday party. Ask the clown to give you a review on your Google business right there, right? Give it and get it. Did I freeze up for a sec?
No, so far so good.
My mouse froze though. So give me a second.
By the way, if you guys go on YouTube on your phones and you search for Real Grader, you'll see Alex live on YouTube on the video. And if you want to get famous, just make a lot of noise and we'll bring you on the video with audio, and you can talk and say, hey everybody, I'm in this challenge. I want to get 5-star reviews. If you know what I do, if you know me, send me 5-star reviews. And then you get 5-star reviews real quick too. Gotta get outside the box, gotta think outside the box too.
Speaking of outside the box, my technologist just malfunctioned. My mouse completely just froze. Give me 1 second to figure that one out.
Take your time, yes sir. I was looking at the comments. I saw Anna said that she requested 50 people. Yeah, somebody had a very smart idea. New batteries.
No, it's not a battery. It's not a battery issue.
Yeah, I'm looking at you live right now. You're live on YouTube. Very cool. All right. And everyone, I'll reiterate, some of you did not receive a call last week, but you should have gotten an email from my support team. Okay, we had over 30 folks that I like this. Everybody wants to give you some suggestions on your mouse. This is so cool. We're gonna make the webinar about how to solve Alex's mouse problem. And if you did not get a call from me, you should have gotten an email from our support team, because we actually went over every single one of you. If you require a call, please fill out the form again and say, Mario, I do need a call because my case is this unique or this, particular. I don't need, a generic answer won't work. I need to speak with you or I have very important questions. Make sure you specify if you're a customer or not, so I can go and find your documentation, or if we're going to have a conversation for the first time.
This is what I mean. You got to be unstoppable. When in doubt, go wired, right? So I just had a backup mouse, went wired, and I'm back, everybody. Got to be unstoppable. Somehow my computer froze and everything froze, but replaceable mouse. Let's keep going.
And hello to those 6 viewers on YouTube Live. We got 6 viewers on YouTube Live. All right.
Hi, everybody.
Woohoo.
Hi, Mom.
Right.
Here's a really cool way to give a review, everybody, that I talked about last week. When you give the review, and some of you agents did it on our profile, which was super smart, you put your card as an image. You upload a picture of your card on your review. Imagine you put that on a contractor's site or a lawyer's site. That's pretty smart. You can ask in person. You can ask by email. You can ask on social media. How many people used Facebook Messenger to get reviews? Did anybody do that? I think that one is super powerful, super easy, because they're already online. Yeah, I love it. Joe did, Margaret did, sometimes Tim did, Veronica. Listen, they're on Facebook, your Facebook friends. You could say, hey, I'm in this challenge right now. I'm trying to get more reviews to get to 30 reviews. Can you click on the link and give me 5 stars? And they respond right away. It works like a charm. I'm telling you. Awesome. I sent quite a few on Messenger and no one did it, Amy. Well, those aren't nice friends. We need some new friends.
or in the form, let me know what you sent to them. Maybe something in your notes didn't turn them on enough for them to do something for you.
Yeah, that's perfect, Amy. If you have the message you sent them, put that in the chat and we can give you some feedback on that. Sometimes it's the messaging, everybody, right? Like if they don't feel like they're contributing or that something's missing or it's not easy for them, they couldn't click on the link, whatever the case may be, we never know. But the best way to ask for reviews, I find, is by text. Hands down, way better than email. That's the one that gets me the most reviews, okay? And you can also ask for video. People are asking for the form, Mario. What form are they asking for? The support form or the Google Mastery Challenge form?
That's a good question. Where's the form? The famous form.
Oh, do you need it?
I have it. I already
okay.
posted it.
Okay, perfect.
Support. Okay, I got it. And by the way, some of the folks, they couldn't join Zoom, so they're actually joining us via YouTube. So I'm going to provide the links in the YouTube channel as well.
Perfect. And let me actually give people the mastery form, which is right here, because I don't think you have that one, Mario. Do you?
No, sir.
All right. I'm putting the Google Mastery form, the Google Challenge form, sorry. Google Challenge form right here. Everyone. Boom. So there you have the Google Challenge form. Mario's got the support form. Let's get back to the training. Asking with video, that's even better. Like a text message with a little video personalized. Hey, Susan, I'm in this Google Mastery Challenge. If you had a minute, you can click on the link below the video. I'd love to get a 5-star review. I'm building my reputation. As you know, it's important for me as a real estate professional. When you get a chance, put the review and let me know once you did it. Some of you are not asking for the loop, right? Let me know once you've completed it. That's important because now they're held accountable to actually reporting back to you. You get that? Sometimes just asking is not enough. You got to close the loop and say, hey, when you're done, let me know, because sometimes Google doesn't post it. So I just want to know if you did it. And then what about following up? Mario tells me all the time, I'm like, you tell your employees to do all these things, but how do they know back to report back to you? Or how are you following up with them? Awesome. Amy said, let's use Amy as an example. She goes, hey, I hope you're doing well. I just had a quick favor to ask. I'm doing a Google challenge to help my online presence. I'd love if you could take a second to give me a 5-star review since you know me personally and professionally. And then you put the link. And what link did you use, Amy? Can you put your link there? Just so we can test it and make sure it's working good. That's a pretty good message. The only thing maybe I would add to that is when you're done, just let me know that you posted it. So now they feel like they got to let you know that they posted it. Let's click on this for Amy, just as a good test for everybody else. Yeah, this is going right to your 5 stars, Amy. I see it. It worked. So that is good. Just maybe they're not that active on Facebook, or maybe they're not ready to contribute right now. So it could be a numbers game.
Here's what I would add too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing a Google challenge to help my online presence. I love you. A second, give me a 5-star. I will include, I'm inviting you because I like you, or I'm inviting you because you're such a great so-and-so. You know, you need to give them a little, pat their back a little bit. You know, it's called the law of reciprocation. Right now, it's like you're just asking. That's good, but tell me why you want me to do it for you. Now I feel special. Yeah. Now I'm going to take care of you.
That's a good point, Mario. I call it acknowledgement. You know, first you could lead and say, hey, Cheryl, you know, I really enjoy your content on social media. I really appreciate how you've been taking care of your kid or your house or your husband or this or that or your business. You got a lot of integrity. And, you know, you're somebody that I look to as, if you gave me a review on Google, it would mean so much to me. Now they're like, wait a second, this is different than just a simple ask, right? It's a little more enrolling. It's a little more inviting. It's like, wow, this person cares about me. So that could be a twist for you there, Amy. So how to have some best practices when asking for reviews? Keep the review process simple. Keep your request short and sweet. Personalize the outreach, right? Like we just talked about. The timing is key. That's why I like Facebook Messenger. That's why I like text message, because it's right there on their phone. Include the call to action, which is the link, and then express your gratitude either before or when they're done. And don't buy reviews. Do not buy reviews. Warning, warning, do not. Include the review link in your website, your Instacart, your email signature. These are some ways to leverage it. Okay. You can even include the reviews and the stories on your email signature. Click here to see my reviews. Post it on social media. Once you get that Google review, you could post it on social media and tag the homeowner and thank them. And now everybody that the homeowner is friends with is going to see that you just got a review from that homeowner. Have the homeowner post it and share it to their community. How about that for leverage? Anybody done that? Tagging the homeowner for an open house, tagging the homeowner on the review that they just gave you, that puts you in their world, to their neighbors, to their community. Make sense? Let's see how we're doing in the chat. Awesome. Josh says, genius. I love it. Take it, run with it. Other ways to leverage it: include it in your marketing, post it on your website, include it in your listing presentation, include it on a funnel, right? These funnels are so key. In fact, let me see if I got a preview of this funnel we're working on. Mari, can you see if you can get the funnel that we're working on for Anna? I just want to show people kind of what we're doing behind the scenes here.
Okay, we'll do. Give me a couple minutes.
Thanks. Now, here's the thing. Stories matter. So as you get these reviews and you get really good reviews, you want to take that really good story and put it on the top of your marketing, in your listing presentation, put it in your website, right? Some of you are counting on your Zillow to be like this repository of reviews, but your best review is not always on the top. Let's take your best client stories and make that part of your sales presentation. Your reputation really does matter. Google reviews matter for SEO. And now I'm going to start talking about Google Business, Google 3-Pack, Google LSA. Some of you know these terms. For some of you, it's new. I'm going to break it down because at the end of the day, these are the tools that generate leads, and the leads generate sales. That is it at the end of the day. So Monica, I always love using your example. This story right here is a powerful story. Monica got this review from a client, and it said, Monica changed my life. As a single mother of 4 with less than perfect credit and modest income, I never dreamed I'd be able to own a home until I met Monica. She showed me how and never gave up through the process. I had many hurdles with my credit, my down payment, but Monica worked tirelessly to find grants. Thank you, Monica, for making my dream of home ownership a reality. This clearly tells a story that Monica goes above and beyond for her clients. These kind of stories sell homes, as well as you selling homes. Make sense? So client reviews tell stories. They're easy to request. How do you get these reviews? Many of you already are doing it, so you know how to do it. The number one way, I think, is using the digital card. The number 2 way is to go to your Google business page, log in, and there's a button right here where the red circle is that says ask for reviews. You click that button. So you log into your Google business. You got to be logged into your Gmail to see it. You click ask for reviews, and then they give you a link. If you don't have that capability, for some reason you don't know how to log in, you can go to your Google business, click on the map, and then there's a share button. That'll share your Google business. Not as good as the Google review link, but good backup plan if you can't get access to your Google business. How many people on this call do not know where to find the link to share to get reviews? I think a lot of you do, probably like 70%. How many of you do not know how to get the link to share reviews? Barb says me. Walter says I do not. James says me. Cheryl says I don't know. I didn't know until now. Do not know. Okay, perfect. So let me show you all this. This is important because How are you going to get reviews if you don't know how to get the link? Let's take an example. I go to Google. And let's take Anna, right? Anna's always my good example. Anna's got a Google business page, okay? And right now I happen to be logged in because I'm an administrator on Anna's page. Now, if I want to get to Anna's page, I would simply find your page on Google. And when you get to your page on Google, the number one easiest place to get the link is to click on the map. You click on the map, and then over here on the left-hand side, you have a share button. It says directions, save, nearby, send to phone, share. I click the share button, and then it shows me the link to share. Can you all see that? Mario, do you see the link to share? Yep.
Yes, I do.
So that's one way. Not the best way, not my favorite way, but that is like the easiest way for all of you. You go to your Google business, you click on the map, you hit the share button, you got the link, you copy the link, save it somewhere, use it in the future, all good, right? You can't see my screen, Andy says. Let's see. Yeah, I have a feeling because it's I'm not doing full desktop, so let me do full desktop for a second to show you all this. So let's go back. I click on the map. I click on the share, and here it says send a link. This is the copy link. This goes to the Google business page. It doesn't go right to the 5 stars, but it's pretty good. We all see it? Mario's good?
Yes, sir, we see it.
Great. Let me show you the better way. The better way, then I'm going to show you the best way after that. The better way is you log into your Google business account. You click on ask for reviews here under edit profile, read reviews, photos, add update, performance. I click ask for reviews, and here's the link. This goes right to the review section where the 5 stars are. They even give you a QR code now. This is new, by the way. Might be because of what we're doing. Not sure. Just saw that. So this is the review link, and that's the QR code that Google's giving you. And now the best way is over here, is to ask using your Instacard. Your Instacard, your digital business card, which is our product, has the capability to have a QR code and a link to get reviews, and you can share it by text. So you open up your Instacard, you go to the Review Me section in the menu, and then you click on Share Google Business, and we give you a QR code, and we give you a share by text, and we give you a share by email, and we give you a copy link to make your life super easy. If you're an influencer client, you have the whole training manual in the dashboard, but this is a super easy way to always have the review link handy because the Instacard lives on your phone. Many of you are just storing the links in your notepads and things like that. This thing just becomes an app on your phone and you're good to go. So how many people use their Instacard to get reviews? How many people just use a link that they send out? Let me know in the chat. How many are Instacard? Put Instacard in the chat. How many are I just use a link? Let's see what's going on there. Instacard, I use the link. Awesome. So we got a mix. Perfect.
Alex, you asked for the Ana Benavides funnels. Is there? I gave it to you in the chat, okay?
Perfect. If any of you don't have an Instacard and you want one, we have a website, instacard.realestate. I'm putting that in the chat, and you can go get your Instacard like lots of our clients that are loving that product. I think it's a game changer. Let me give you the link there. There's the link. Awesome. So that's how simple it is. From here, you request the review. It goes right to the 5 stars. James says, got mine. Great product. Roxanne says, Instacart, love it. I have a question. Other reviews such as Realtor, should I only use Google? I recommend getting Google first. You can have the other ones on the card, but the Google is the best, right? Awesome. Now let's go to Google Ads. And let me just show you this funnel for a second. Anna, you're going to get a sneak peek right now. So let me go stop share screen. We've been working behind the scenes on this new funnel that we've been building. And let's go here. And I want to show you all what a funnel is because it's a game changer. The link, Mario. Where are you?
I can send it to you again?
Yeah, please, one more time, because the chat went flying.
Okie dokie. All right, coming right up. Okay, this is going to host and panelists. There it is.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody see my screen? Yeah?
Sure do.
All right, awesome. So this is a funnel, everybody. A lot of people build websites, but a website has a lot of different places to go. Okay, it means you got a navigation. I can go to this place, that place, that place. A funnel only has one place to go. It drives them through. So Anna, for example, we're building this out for her right now. From her Google business, it's going to go right to a funnel that's going to generate leads for her. Tell everybody. Can everybody see my screen? Sorry, I'm getting
yes.
I
just checked your reviews. Screen. You're on YouTube, Zoom, and Facebook.
Beautiful, beautiful. So for Anna, she's got this funnel. People can come get a free home valuation. It could be to get a downloadable guidebook. It really doesn't matter what you put on there, but it's a simple place where people can go to learn about you, to see where you've been mentioned in the news, to see all the different sites you're on, to see all the inventory you've sold, right? To see all the designations you have, to see your best Google review stories, right? And then to schedule time with you. And this is just one piece to this thing that we're working on for Anna. She's like, it's beautiful, love it, yay. She hasn't seen it yet. I just released it to her. But we're excited about it because this changes the game for all of you. Like you're all so, not all of you, but a lot of you are trying to build these elaborate websites, right? With like all these different functionalities. Your clients are not clicking around. This is a funnel. It drives people straight through. This is how we made $10 million in sales, by having a straight funnel, right? So I'm going to talk more about this next week, but I want you all to just get a taste. Like, this is how you keep it simple. Yeah, I love what Josh said. Keep it simple. Your customers are overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. We got to make things simple and straightforward. And this is, if you look at the biggest influencers, they're all using funnels, right? And Robert's like, is this available soon? We'll talk about this next week. Absolutely. I just want to give you a taste for what's coming for all of you. It's really a big change in how you're going to do business. But let's stop there. Share my screen again on the presentation. And I want to show you these ads. So once your Google business has a decent amount of reviews, in the past, I used to recommend clients, past meaning the year 2000 to the year 2004 to 2014, I was recommending all my clients to do Google AdWords, pay-per-click campaigns. We used to buy clicks for like 10 cents, 25 cents. Now Zillow's buying that, Realtor, like all these sites, Redfin, you can't even compete. Now it's $10 a click. Not worth it from my point of view. I stopped selling that a long time ago. Then a few years ago, Google goes, we got a better idea. We'll do Google local service ads. And all the agents that had reviews, they jumped on that. They all got a bunch of leads. And then Google's like, well, that's not really working so well because now it's saturated. So what's the next biggest thing? Can anybody guess what the next biggest thing is with Google Ads? Let's see what people say here. Anybody know what the next big thing is with Google Ads? It's not Google LSA. It's not Google AdWords, right? I love it. People are putting all AI, 3-pack, maps. It's what Google's been building for like the past 10 years. And it's so obvious to me and people in my space, in the digital marketing space. It's the Google business pages, everybody. The Google business pages that I've been telling all of you to get reviews on is what's going to drive your ad. You're not going to have to build ads. You're going to want to target certain keywords, but your Google business page is going to become the ad. Doesn't that make sense? Think about the yellow pages. You had the yellow pages, you were in the directory, and then they like let you put your ad on top. Same thing. Map ads. Yes, Doug Dane is nailing it, right? Location ads. This is where it's going. And it makes perfect sense because Google has been building out this entire directory. Agents have been getting on Google Business, setting up their Google Business profiles. They've been getting reviews for a while. They played around with the local service ads that kind of work. So they're like, okay, agents like it. And then they're like, how do we sell it to the masses? Well, the masses all have a Google business page, right? Does this make sense? So I want to show you something that's going to blow your minds. And then next week, we're going to show you how to implement this. And that's going to be the game changer. So I've been kind of laying the foundation for you all because I want you to get it. This is the Google 3-pack. Next to the map, there's generally 3 Google business pages. They're not ads. They're just Google business pages. How do you get here? First of all, proximity to location. Your Google business address is near the location where people are looking, and you've got a decent amount of reviews. You're probably going to show up on top like Lori Lynn, one of our clients. If you Google Brunswick GA Realtors, she shows up on top because she's got 53 reviews, which is more than Duckworth that has 39 and more than Tom McBride that has 41. Does everybody get this? This is pretty straightforward. I Google a local area for a realtor. I see a bunch of realtors next to the map. The ones that have the more reviews and the closest to the location I just searched are going to show up on top. So can you see in this scenario that the reviews are extremely important? And by the way, I'm just going to point it out because I love this when this happens, Mario. Everybody's like so busy giving each other reviews. That's great, but you're about to miss the gold about what I'm talking about, right? It's like when my kids are in school and then the teacher's like teaching something and they're like all talking. You guys are all talking about your reviews. I totally love that. I love that you're creating that community. You're helping each other out, but don't miss this. Because this is the gold, right? Like a couple reviews is cute, but this is like the game changer. So just knock, knock. Don't forget to pay attention over here, okay? So Google 3-pack is one piece to the puzzle, but it's not the whole piece to the puzzle, okay? Does everybody get this piece? If you got what I'm saying about Google 3-pack, let me know. If you didn't, say, I'm lost, Alex. Can you slow it down? That's all good. Awesome. We get a lot of I got it's. Phil says slow it down. Terry says I'm lost. All right. I'm going to do a real life example. I think that's going to help. So I go to Google and I'm looking for a realtor in, let's say, Brunswick, Georgia, right? Brunswick GA Realtor. And what shows up is a couple realtors on the top, right? You see that? And these are sponsored. This means these people are paying to be there because it says sponsored. And if I scroll down a little bit, I see the map, and then I see 3 Google business pages. These people are not paying to be here. So these are free leads. How many people want free leads? If you want free leads, put free leads in the chat. This is how you get free leads, right? Because I don't know about all of you, but I'm watching a lot of realtors spend a lot of money on leads and getting like bullshit rental leads. Let's just be straightforward here, right? So free leads is organic Google business. How do you get to the top and get those free leads? You got to get reviews. And Anna can tell you these organic leads are way better than the bullshit paid leads, right? Anna's like fire, right? So these are people looking in the area, like for real. They're real people most of the time. Okay. So that's your Google local. Now, if I click on that, more businesses, it drives me to this screen. And this screen is very interesting. Okay. This screen is showing me 2 sponsored ads, Carter Group and Military Realty of Kings Bay. And below that, unsponsored ads. And it's unclear if some of these are paid or not, right? Because Google's making some changes right now that everybody doesn't know about, but you can smell that something's brewing. And this is where I come in, is like, I find this stuff and I think, what's the opportunity for all of you? So the opportunity for all of you is, as you see, a lot of these people don't have a lot of reviews. They're probably not going to get a lot of calls. And when Google figures this whole thing out, who's going to win are the agents with the most reviews. So if you keep building now, you're going to be like Gary Ashton, who has 1,300 reviews one day. And Gary Ashton gets all the leads in his local area, right? How does he do it? Because he's got a lot of reviews. He has some other methods as well. However, just that alone is a big deal. Now, coming back to this, the maps. I click maps, check these out. These are Google business pages. So when somebody's on their phone and they're looking up something and they see the map, they're seeing Google business pages. I love what Josh said, put in the work now, reap the benefits later. We just had that happen at our company. Seeds we planted a year ago just blossomed. You're planting seeds this week for rewards that you're going to enjoy for the upcoming months and years, right? So here's the crazy thing, everybody. I'm on the map for Brunswick, Georgia. Does anybody see an ad? Yes or no? Is there an ad here? And I apologize, I'm over time, but this is so important that I just have to land this here. Barb says yes. Right? Anna says yes. There's no ad here. There's no ad here. What does that mean? Who wants the ad? Who wants to be at the top of Brunswick, Georgia with their Google business? Because nobody's running an ad here yet. You know how cheap this ad is going to be? Super cheap, right? So next week, I'm going to show you how to do this to be the one person that's there. Now I'm going to show you an example where there is ads. Let's try Miami. Miami, real estate agent or realtor. I'm sure Miami's got a couple. And boom, Miami has 2. Carolina and Miami Realty Solution Group are both here. Now they are running ads on the map. Interesting, huh? Not a local service ad, just a Google business ad. Pretty wild, right? This is what I'm talking about, everybody. And I leave you with this. This is what we're talking about next week. I just wanted to tease it for you. We are going to talk about how to implement this next week because so many of you are sitting on gold. Okay? Yeah, these 2 are sponsored on the top, but they're the only ones. And this is Miami. Put in the chat what town you're in. I'm going to pick a couple towns just to show you that there's probably nobody in your town there yet. Right? So let's take, well, they're flying in right now. I'm going to take College Point, right? I know Wayne Rose is there. College Point Realtor. Let's see if anybody's smart in College Point yet. Not yet. Wayne, by the way, check it out though. Wayne's a client. Wayne has 28 reviews. He's showing up on the top without an ad. Now, if he wanted to be on the top permanently, he could run an ad to his Google business page. Not a local service ad, But check that out. Way to go, Wayne. Because Wayne was somebody that had 0 reviews when I met him. I know this. And we've been talking to him for a long time about, hey, Wayne, get those reviews, get those reviews. And now check it out, Wayne. Are you on the call, Wayne? Is Wayne on the call? Take a look, Mario, if you could. So I'm going to take another town. Bill Flagg is in Scotch Plains. Bill, let's take a look in your town. Scotch Plains Realtor. We got one person with an ad. And look at that ad, by the way. Just got to say, I hope they're not on the call, but it's an ad with 2 reviews. I wouldn't spend money on an ad with 2 reviews. Do you get me? Because I'm going to skip over that and jump to the person that has 23. Make sense? How many people are getting what I'm putting out here? This is a big, big deal. If you're getting it, say, I got it, Alex. If you don't get it, say, not yet. You're going to get it.
Bill Flagg is here.
Got it, got it, got it. This is crazy. I got it. Getting it.
Bill Flagg is here.
What's that?
Bill Flagg is here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I was looking for Wayne Rose. I got Bill Flagg.
Oh, you.
Mario wasn't present. Sorry, Mario.
Wayne Rose is here.
Awesome. I'm picking up what you're putting down, says Anita. I love it. So that means my teaching's working, right? That's good. So this is it, everybody. I have searched a lot of your towns. And I was like, yes, there's an opportunity here. Like when I remember the opportunity from the year 2004, when people weren't doing Google AdWords, right? We're going to show you next week how to set up the ad the right way, how to implement it, how to position it, how to talk about the keywords. So be here next week because that is where it's going to be. And Dominique, if your town is saturated, it's not saturated in this tool. I guarantee it. I have not seen one town, including Miami or New York City, that is saturated when it comes to Google business pages. That is pretty cool. And I do a lot of this stuff. Trust me. Like people are always consulting me like, can I get ahead of this agent or that performing producer? This is a new topic. This thing just launched in January. Really about a month ago, they changed a lot of the algorithms. So this is the new stuff. Here's what I'm going to do. Next week, be here. That's where I'm going to reveal how to get all this set up. I'm going to show you how to execute it. You're all going to have first shot at it, which is going to be awesome. Okay. And the last thing I want to share with you is, does anybody need the link for next week? The link for next week is this, googlemasterychallenge.com. Or if you want to put the link in the chat, googlemasterychallenge.com. If you didn't register, it's the same link for all 3 weeks. But if you already registered, you should have it. If you want to be sure, go register again. But googlemasterychallenge.com. The YouTube link is realgrader.com. Sorry, youtube.com/realgrader. Yeah, Mark, we can talk about it for sure. Just shoot me a text if you have my number. googlemasterychallenge.com for everybody. You got it there. All right. Let me know. 1 through 100. How valuable was this session for you all today? Let me know. 1,000, 100, 110. Let's go. Let's go. Happy Friday, everybody. Just don't say Alex was never looking out for you. Alex is looking out for y'all. You come, you're the raving fans. You're here on the Friday Masterclass. I'm always going to try to bring the latest and greatest for you. Try to figure out that edge that you can have on the competition. And this is a huge, huge edge. I'm feeling really lucky that I found this for all of you and that you're going to enjoy the rewards of this for a while. So that's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. If you have not given us a 5-star review and you want to, because you saw a lot of value today, please go to our Google business page, give us 5 stars, say you learned some amazing stuff. Don't talk about this too much because, it is still a competitive market. You might find people in your local market. The link for giving a review is realgraderreview.com. I'm going to put it in the chat for all of you. I loved reading. By the way, I got 34 reviews last week for the session we had, and I really enjoyed reading those. I thank you so much. For those of you that gave a review, I got to get to responding to those. But I thank you so much for that. Dinesh, if you need some support, Mario's got a form he can provide you. Mario, if you could provide that support form. If you need support, if you're stuck, something's going on, something's not clicking, you're like, why is this working for everybody else but not for me? Click on that support form. Mario and the team can take a look, get in there, contact you, and make sure that you're getting the support that you need. And I will see you all next Friday. It's going to be epic. I'm super excited for that session. I'll see you all there. GoogleMasteryChallenge.com.
And to all our communities out there in Facebook and YouTube, they're all very excited. We got Teresa, we got even Anna's there, Patrick, lots of people joining us from all over the webs. Some people, they say they're technology dinosaurs, but they're learning things to our training.
I love that. Awesome, everybody. Thank you so much. If you're going to be in Miami next week at Inman, I'm speaking on stage there. I'll see you there. We got a booth there. If you're going to be at Washington, D.C. at the end of the month, come and say hi. We'll have a booth in the front. And I'm excited. I'll see you all next Friday. Those of you that are influencers, I'll see you on Monday on the call if you want to join that one, and talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Awesome, Bill. I'll see you in D.C. We got to hang.
Okie dokie. Bye-bye.